Hey guys, Adam here. Adam and Jessica actually here. ECC, Eternal Concrete Coatings. We're actually doing our own personal house. So we invite you in our home. We just had a little addition put back on the back of our house. Just a small little room. We actually got Grandma staying with us. She's gonna be hanging out in this little addition. So we wanna get it nice and coated and looking a nice little area. It won't be just for her. It'll be for guests, family, things of that nature. So bottom line is we got family members cruising around, Grandma's in the background, our son, we got two sons running around. So pardon the little interruptions, but basically, like I said, you're in our house. So MPC 100 is what we're using. We're doing a metallic coating. You can see right here, guys, it's already all prepped. Everything is pretty much done in here. All we're ready to do now is put the metallic coat on. We're using our MPC 100. We're using our champagne mixture right now. And we're also bringing in another color of slate. So what you want to do when you put this stuff down is you want to make sure you get the perimeters. So we're using a couple different colors. So I'm always wanting to get my perimeters. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you want to make sure you spread it out so you can never put it back in the bucket. All right, everybody always remember that. You can never put the product back inside the bucket. Okay, but you can control how much you pour out of the bucket. So don't worry about pouring a little, like not enough at the beginning, because afterwards you can always go back and pour more. But just remember that you can't put it back in the bucket once you pour it. So this is our champagne color. I'm putting that on the floor now. It's a unique design the way we're doing it. Obviously it's looking all sloppy and weird, but at the end of the day, it's phenomenal. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. For anybody that's watching, you know, we do train. We're trying to train people how to do epoxy right. Got so many people out there that do not know what they're doing. We pretty much almost make a living on fixing other people's jobs because they really don't know how to do the metallic epoxy portion. And once you're done with the bucket, we'll go ahead and set it out here. We got a little cleaning station set up out here.
Yeah, and you guys could check out our website at www.eternalconcretecoatings for all of our products and pricing. You could give us a call at 844-ECC, the number 2U. We have a YouTube channel, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, of course. Definitely keep an eye out for the after pictures of how this project turns out. Adam can walk you through about what to do.
So basically what it comes down to, we're going to keep you guys live. We're going to stay here. We're going to do the whole project. You guys are going to be able to watch the whole project getting done. What I got right here is I got my little paint stick. I got an 18-inch roller, the Purdy frame. I got the Purdy stick, 4 to 8 feet. And then I got the Purdy roller, 18-inch. The difference here is what I do is the roller, I got it locked. So what I do is I tighten this like that, and I tighten it. So I'm essentially squeegeeing the floor with this roller here. Super unique, different style. A lot of you contractors, if you guys are online watching us, probably thinking to yourself, wow, it's a little bit different. Never heard of that. But the thing about it is this MPC 100 stuff, I mean, you can see, babe, if you can get down there close, you can kind of see it. That stuff is just, I mean, it's already just ready to rock and roll. Here's our next mix coming up now, and that is...
This is our slate metallic powder. We do carry those in stock. That's our ECC slate colors. They're very, very beautiful, and they give a lot of depth to the floor. You'll be able to see that once it's completed.
Yep, and then so here it is, guys. We can just see it now. We're going to pour it. You'll be able to see the difference in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to walk. I have my spike shoes, but I don't like to pour it with them on if I don't have to. So I'm kind of dancing around here. So
those spike shoes are like wearing high heels. He's not a big fan of high heels.
Yeah, and I gotta put them on here in a second. But I mean, ultimately, to be quite honest with you, I should have them. So I've been doing this for a little while now. So now you can just kind of see the design we got. You know, you really don't, there is really no textbook. There is no textbook way to pour it. What I try to do is I try to make sure that I have surroundings where the whole room is filled so that I can get my perimeters. I'm always telling the guys that I train and stuff, you want to get the perimeters.
Thank you.
Okay, now I will put my shoes on. Mikey, if you want to go ahead and get this bucket completely out of here so we don't trip over it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start working this in. Basically with my squeegee, I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to work it in. And I'm going to hit this perimeter on the way. I'm going to turn. I'm going to go this way. And then every time I go, I'm going to kind of hit the perimeter just slightly. Wherever I'm going, I'm going to hit the perimeter. And then I'm going to go to a different spot. So just stand by and kind of watch. And you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm funneling, I'm pushing all the material up against the edge. Notice on this particular style I'm doing, like I said, I've been doing this for a little bit. We don't even tape the edges. I mean, as long as you're going and you've been doing epoxy for a little while, if you want to go ahead and tape the edges, I encourage that. However, if you do without taping the edges, it actually comes out really good because a lot of times, sometimes, what happens is those edges, somehow the epoxy itself gets up on the wall behind the tape. And I know it sounds weird, but I can get the epoxy to cover and go on the wall and actually get less on the wall than I would if I had tape. So right here you can kind of see me, I'll do the little edge. Baby, if you can get down low, you can see what I do is I just put I'm just putting a little wave, I call it. And I'll come back and I'll kind of pick that wave up and let it self-level. It'll start to self-level backwards. I'll come back and get that wave in a little bit. And I'll let it kind of self-level itself off the wall. But really the goal is, I mean, you got tons of time to work with it. And then what you do is you just fill in the blanks. Where you can see the primer, you just fill it in. Grab a spot where there's a little more material, fill it in. You can do most of it right with the 18-inch roller. I haven't even picked up a hot dog roller yet. There's always going to be a wave somewhere around you can grab, and you just squeeze it right into the corners. You know, it's pretty simple. You know, the prep is key. You just want to be, metallic is random. You just want to be random with it. We got the two different colors. They'll do their own thing.
Yeah, as you can see, the mixture of the two different colors is really starting to come through. By tomorrow, you'll actually really see it way much more than what you can notice it now.
Yeah, right now you can't see what it's going to look like now. And for those of you that are pretty experienced with metallics and stuff, you pretty much know that the metallic is going to do its own thing. Now you can see right here where I did that wave. Now what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll just squeeze it right back off that wall.
Because you don't want that pulling over there.
The thing about it is the stuff self-levels itself, but if you have a humongous pile right there, it'll self-level only to a certain extent. Especially when you do it really, really thick like us. I mean, we do it really, really thick, our metallic epoxies. So you want to just smooth that out. So you're giving it the ability to be able to self-level itself. Is really what it comes down to. Because if you're not careful, then it won't self-level. That's definitely, you know, like that. So that's what I'm doing right now.
So,
these perimeters.
Once again, you guys can find more videos on our YouTube channel at Eternal Concrete Coatings. On our website, we have all of our products. eternalconcretecoatings.com. You can see all the different metallics, colorants, epoxies, urethanes, all the stuff that we carry here at our store. We will be having live training sessions coming up here starting in February. So definitely reach out to us. If you're in a different state, we have hotels that will work with you in the area that will give you discounts for staying there to be able to join our training classes.
Also, if you guys, anybody's out there watching, if you guys have any questions, you can post them right now.
Yeah, comment with any questions.
Probably try to answer your questions right now as we're live. Not sure if anybody's got any, that's fine too. But if you do, don't hesitate. Go ahead on there right now and ask your question. I'll do my best to answer it for you. Otherwise, you can just kind of continue to watch. We're almost done here. I'm going in and doing the same thing I did on that wall, kind of pulling. I'm just pulling the heavy beads off these walls. And what that's going to do is it's going to give it a chance to go ahead. We got a crap ton of metallic here. It almost self-leveled all the way into that corner by itself. I'll give it a little tug, a little push. There it is. I'm going to pull that off. You can see, you might be able to see it. It's getting a little bit dark here in Arizona. And we don't have the best lighting, so we apologize for that. But tomorrow we'll take another video and you'll be able to see exactly how this turned out. And I'm just telling you, that MPC 100, that stuff is unbelievable, man. I've been doing epoxy my whole life since I was about 15 years old. And I am shocked at how good this stuff is. It's like spreading microwave butter on the floor. And it's just phenomenal. It doesn't have a tendency to do all the weird stuff that a lot of the metallics do, which bubbles up and you come back the next day, there's always a problem, something going on. You gotta sand it down, you gotta do another coat. It seems to always kind of have some sort of issues. And sometimes all metallics will have one here and there, but this stuff seems to have the least amount. And I just love this stuff. And ever since I discovered it, I haven't done a metallic floor with any other epoxy. We have some other stuff that we do use metallics with. But not on a floor. We use some stuff on countertops because it's faster dry and it's easier to do that. That'll be on another video. That's another talk show for another time.
But as you see, he's connected all the dots. There's no primer coat showing it all through. And that's pretty much the point. You want to completely cover and penetrate the floor in the metallic epoxy. Stay tuned for more videos and pictures.
Man, it's crazy too, because to be honest with you guys, my wife, she does a lot of floors with me, but she needs to be the cameraman today. Otherwise, man, it's hard to talk her off the floor. So she's the cameraman too, but at the end of the day, she's phenomenal at actually coding too, so
it's very user-friendly.
Anybody can kind of do this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cruise around my perimeter and just make sure that I don't have any of the tracks from my shoes. I got these spike shoes, and this stuff self-levels out. But at the end of the day, just one last little thing I do to try to make sure that when I get off of this thing, we're not going to have shoe prints, all inside there. So guys, here's what it looks like now. I'm going to go back and do that, do some techniques to it. Long story short, thanks for watching Champagne and Slate. Tomorrow we'll do another little video. We'll show you exactly how it settled in. I just kind of wanted to show you the technique and what we did. So this is Adam, Eternal Concrete Coatings. My wife will tell you one more time how to reach us.
844-ECC, the number 2U. Talk to you guys soon.